Portugal has become the hottest retirement destination for Americans, and for good reason. But here's what nobody tells you about the real costs of retiring here. In this video, I'm breaking down the exact monthly expenses, the visa process, healthcare system, and even the tax benefits that make Portugal a retirement paradise. By the end, you'll know if you can afford to retire in Portugal, and more importantly, how to make it happen. Stay tuned, because I'm also revealing the one mistake that costs retirees thousands of dollars every single year. Imagine this: waking up to ocean air drifting through your balcony doors, sipping coffee while pastel-colored trams roll through the streets below, and knowing that your monthly bills are a fraction of what they were back in the States. That's not a fantasy. That's daily life for thousands of Americans who have already made the move to Portugal. But behind those dreamy Instagram pictures is a practical question that everyone eventually asks: how much does it really cost to live here comfortably? Let's break it down piece by piece: the truth, the numbers, and the steps you'll need to take if early retirement in Portugal is calling your name. The cost of retiring in Portugal. Let's start with the number everyone wants to know first. How much does it cost per month to retire comfortably in Portugal? Here's the reality. Most retirees live very well here, on around $2,000 to $20,500 a month. That includes rent, groceries, healthcare, entertainment, and even a few weekend trips across the country. Of course, your lifestyle determines everything, but this range is where comfort meets affordability. If you're used to US prices, sky-high rent, expensive health insurance, and grocery bills that make you flinch, Portugal feels like financial therapy. Let's go category by category. Housing rent is the biggest difference maker. In Lisbon or Porto, the two largest cities, a modern one-bedroom apartment in a good neighborhood costs around $1,200 a month. But if you move just 30 minutes outside the city, that number can drop below $900. Smaller towns like Coimbra, Braga, or Tavira are even cheaper. You can find cozy apartments for $600, $800 with all the essentials: high-speed internet, air conditioning, and walkable surroundings. Many retirees even choose the Algarve region in the south, known for its beaches, where you can rent a place near the coast for under $1,000. If you're buying property, that's another story. Portugal's real estate market is booming, but compared to US prices, it's still incredibly affordable. A charming two-bedroom home in a smaller town can start around $200,000, sometimes less if you look inland. Groceries and dining. This is where you start to smile. Fresh produce, local meats, seafood, and wine are not only high quality, they're cheap. You can do your weekly grocery shopping for about $60, $80. Eating out, meal at a local restaurant with wine included might cost $10, $15 per person. You can splurge at a nice place for $30 and still feel like you've gotten a deal. Portugal values food culture. Meals are not rushed, they're experiences. And the best part is, you can enjoy that lifestyle daily without breaking your budget. Utilities and internet, electricity, water, heating, and garbage collection usually run around $150, $200 per month, depending on the season. Internet and mobile phone plans are surprisingly affordable, often around $40 combined. So while prices vary a little between cities, you'll notice something interesting. Nothing here feels overpriced. Every bill looks manageable, predictable. That peace of mind is something retirees don't take for granted. Transportation. If you live in a city like Lisbon or Porto, you might not even need a car. Public transport is clean, efficient, and affordable. A monthly metro pass costs about $45. Taxis and ride shares are cheap too, and long-distance trains can take you across the country for less than $30. If you do buy a car, fuel prices are a bit higher than in the US, but overall, transportation still costs far less monthly than owning and maintaining a car back home. Healthcare. This is where Portugal really shines. The healthcare system is excellent, accessible, and affordable, even for foreigners. You can choose between public and private healthcare. Once you become a resident, you can access the public system for a small fee, often just a few dollars per appointment. Many retirees prefer private healthcare for faster service, and private insurance typically costs between $50 and $120 a month, depending on your age and coverage. Even if you pay out of pocket, a doctor's visit might cost $30, and dental work or prescriptions are a fraction of US prices. The quality is high, the doctors often speak English, and hospitals meet European standards. For retirees, it's peace of mind at a price that feels almost unreal. Entertainment and lifestyle. Retiring in Portugal doesn't mean slowing down. It means finally living. Cafes are everywhere, beaches stretch for miles, and there's always a festival, concert, or local event happening. Most retirees say their social life improved after moving. A movie ticket is about $8, a gym membership around $35, and if you enjoy day trips, you can take a train to nearby towns for less than lunch back home. You don't need a fortune to enjoy life here, just a willingness to embrace it. Total monthly breakdown. Let's put it all together. Rent, $1,000 groceries and dining, $400 utilities and internet, $200 healthcare and insurance, $100 transportation, $80 entertainment and miscellaneous, $150. Total, around $1,900 to $2,000 per month. Add a cushion for travel or unexpected costs, and you're comfortably at $2,500, enough for a secure, relaxed, and even adventurous retirement in one of Europe's most beautiful countries. The visa process. Let's talk about how to actually make it happen. The most common path for Americans retiring in Portugal is through the D7 visa, often called the passive income visa. This visa is perfect for retirees, remote workers, and anyone who can show a steady income from outside Portugal, like Social Security, pensions, or investments. To qualify, you'll need to show proof of income, roughly around $1,200–$1,500 per month for one person, or about 50% more for couples. You'll also need health insurance, a clean criminal record, and a lease or address in Portugal. Once approved, the D7 gives you residency for 2 years, renewable for another 3, and after 5 years, you can even apply for permanent residency or citizenship. That means if you love it here, you can stay for good. And yes, even apply for a Portuguese passport down the line. Tax benefits. Here's something most people don't realize. Portugal offers major tax incentives for foreign retirees. Under the non-habitual resident (NHR) program, you could potentially pay reduced taxes, or even no taxes, on certain types of foreign income for up to 10 years. This program was designed to attract foreign residents and retirees, and it's been a huge success. It's one reason why Portugal has become a magnet for Americans, Brits, and Europeans looking for a better lifestyle without tax headaches. So if you plan properly with a financial advisor familiar with Portuguese law, you could save thousands every year just by choosing where you live. The quality of life factor. Let's step away from numbers for a moment, because retiring early isn't just about saving money, it's about living differently. Portugal offers something hard to find elsewhere: peace. The pace of life is slower, people actually take time to talk to each other, and family and community matter deeply. The climate is mild, warm summers, gentle winters, and crime rates are among the lowest in Europe. You can walk at night safely, explore freely, and feel genuinely welcomed by locals. Many Americans say they feel younger here, not because of the weather, but because life feels lighter. There's less stress, less pressure, and more time to enjoy what matters. The big mistake that costs retirees thousands. Now let's talk about the one mistake that ends up costing retirees more than anything else: rushing the move without proper planning. Too many people pack up, land in Portugal, and start spending as if they're still in the US. They rent the first apartment they see, buy furniture brand new, and open expensive bank accounts without comparing fees. Here's the truth. If you take your time, explore different towns, and connect with other expats before signing long-term leases, you can save thousands in your first year alone. Some retirees spend their first 3 months in short-term rentals, traveling from Lisbon to Porto to the Algarve to decide where they truly want to settle. That flexibility not only helps you find your perfect home, but prevents costly mistakes. The smartest retirees treat the first few months as an exploration phase, not a final destination. Can you afford to retire here? Let's be real. You don't need millions in the bank to retire in Portugal. If you have consistent monthly income, even a modest one, and the willingness to live simply, you can make it work. Many Americans who once thought early retirement was impossible are now living comfortably, traveling, and even saving money each month. Portugal proves that financial freedom isn't always about earning more. Sometimes it's about spending smarter. Now that you know the real costs, the visa steps, and the lifestyle benefits, the only question left is, what's stopping you? Would you trade your stressful 9 to 5 for ocean views, sunny mornings, and a life that costs half as much? Because in Portugal, retirement doesn't mean slowing down, it means finally living. If you found this breakdown helpful, stay tuned for the next video, where we'll cover exactly how to budget your move, avoid hidden costs, and find the best cities for long-term living in Portugal. Until then, remember this: you don't have to wait until 65 to retire. Sometimes all you need is a plan, a passport, and the courage to start your next chapter early.